based on damage we've seen from previous turns. And there's a chance it misses. Oh, what? How's it going, YouTube? I'm here on Miss Mag's behalf. We're doing some like commentary on his finals game for WDC. Very exciting. Up against two people who are both like good friends. So I'm excited to see how the game goes. And I have some information about the game, so I know like which Pokemon they're bringing, and I have Terra sheets. So I guess it's not recording yet, so I don't know. I don't know how much I want to share about it yet. But yeah, I'm just looking for a fun game to record here. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, finals is very exciting. But both teams have done pretty well. I think this is a rematch of last season's WDC finals, which is kind of funny. Seeing both of these teams come at it again, right back at it for the next season. And of course, you can see the teams that are on screen right now. So some information that seems pretty clear here. Flame War, but Milotic means that this is going to be Marvel scale. Makes sense when you're trying to deal with a Annihilate that can get so strong. So not too surprised at that. Covert Cloak on Armorage is a little interesting. I'm not quite sure what that's for. Just because like you're not really concerned about Fake Out when you've got NDD on your team. So that shouldn't be a concern. I don't think there's a Pokemon here that has Snarl. I mean, I guess you could maybe this was like trying to cover for like a Disquick mode. Because Tyler did have Mudstail as one of the options on his team. But it will help for like the Espathra stuff going on. So I guess okay, let me go through Terra types as well while I'm thinking about this. So Tinkaton is Water, Milotic is Fairy, Electabuzz is Ghost, Armorage is Bug, NDD and Sneasler got Fairy Stellar, and then Kilo is Steel, Revrim is Ground, Goodra is Water, Espathra Psychic, and then both Mousehold and Annihilate are Ghost. Yeah, so pretty interesting. I'm actually surprised not to see. There's no Dark Terras anywhere. And there's only one Steel Terra. So like the expanding force options from this pack look pretty strong. Okay, so this kind of helps out against the potential of going for like expanding force on lead, just because these would be the two mons that can resist that. Although I guess Rubber doesn't technically resist because it's the poison type as well. I don't know, pretty interesting. I would expect to see a Revrim Terra Ground here. It looks really strong against Miss Mag's team. He's got 0 resistances to ground, so I don't know, it just looks really strong. I could very easily see like a shift gear. I could see just like get a little bit of setup going on. Would also look quite good. Yeah, especially if we get a double protect from this back here. Like if this goes Terra Ground Shift Gear, then that's gonna be devastating. Especially because you can get Tailwind up right here with Watchworks to give up clear speed. Tailwind pretty normal. And high horsepower. Okay, so it has ground moves. Yeah, and I think ground moves look so free against this team, so I'm not surprised to see that at all. I don't think I saw Wind Power activate. Am I just blind? Did I miss something? Do we have a competitive Kilowatt? What are we concerned about? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, so this is kind of a tough position. I don't know if I would have liked the free switch there. I guess honestly, Terra Ghost Follow Me makes some sense. Unless you're gonna Terra this Pokemon, which could be Terra Stellar, but that doesn't really help you that much. I don't know what ability or item we have. Or sorry, not I don't know what item we have on this. Yeah, I don't know what item we have on this. So follow me makes sense. You're for sure going to get a hit off, at least one. I would assume that takes reasonable damage. It probably would have taken a double up on that turn. But now you're at -1 Spadef. And this spot there is going to be faster too. Because you got Tailwind for 2 turns, right? So, like, I mean, you could... Yeah, I don't know. This is a pretty tough one. It's not looking very good for Miss Maggie. So you could, like, protect, and then... No, protect? Okay, so the idea is... So the problem with this play is that you still have the issue of Espathra will get speed boost here. So it doesn't really matter how much... Yeah, it doesn't matter if you were able to stall the Tailwind out. Just because, ooh, you see Expanding Force. Okay. So covering for a potential switch here. It looks like a double up on the Caesar. I think that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, now you have the speed boost, right? So, and this is also a position potentially where Expanding Force, ooh, would not pick up the KO actually, right? Yeah, you couldn't correct both. But you're gonna get, I mean, maybe you live in Expanding Force and then that's enough. Yeah, but you're probably still taking a ground move here. Oh, that swaps. Oh, that's surprising. I would not have swapped that. I would have active. Double watch what comes in. Okay, so I can see this play because you know Tailwind ends this turn, right? So then you get Tailwind set back up. That makes sense. We got Mold Breaker. Okay. So I guess Mold Breaker will stop with the what's the name of that thing? It'll come to me, I swear. Oh yeah, we lived the hit. Ooh, that's super good. Okay. So now things get a little interesting. Because you can follow me again, right? You could also potentially use Feint to break a focus / on kill a watch roll, which is another option. If you're concerned about Spathra protecting here, you could also go for a Feint on the Spathra to KO with a knockoff, which would be an interesting idea as well. But the thing is that you're going to have to deal with a fast Espathra, and you're going to have to deal with Tailwind going up. There's no way to stop it from happening. So I think trying to KO the Espathra and getting something out of the turn makes some sense. So you break a focus out here, not knowing the item. And we don't see the Tailwind. Okay, that's good. That does nothing. So, wait, how slow is this Espathra? How did Kill Watchwell go first? What was that? That's some shenanigans. How did a Espathra go after Kill Watchwell? That's some wildness right there. I mean, I would assume that Espathra now will go after, or go before Kill Watchwell. Still kind of funny. Yeah, so the minus produce but F is a little concerning, but you do have the option to follow me to take both attacks away from Take a Ton. If that's even worth it. I'm not sure if that's worth it. It might just make some sense to try to pick up the KO here. On the spot that helps your Sneasler out. But you'll be looking to switch out to the next turn anyway, right? So we'll switch makes some sense. Yeah. Ooh, running out of time. Uh-oh. Okay, that's interesting. So this makes some sense to me. We haven't seen a Terra from either one of these coaches. I kind of like this, because you get to hold your choice here. Oh, and we did not make that switch in time. Okay, which means that it's going to be the top move, which is Play Rough? Oh my god. If this Play Rough comes in and hits this, this Gudra, things are going to be real nice. So the Scarf here is super nice on DD as well, because now you have Play Rough. So this potentially breaks a focus act, which is still good. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. We did not want that. Okay, so this is still probably fine. So you just gotta go Expanding Force. You just need to make sure you can kill a Watch Roll. And hopefully this is enough. Because if you kill a Watch Roll, then it's not really that big of a deal. and then you essentially need to... Oh. So you sacrifice the Follow Me Mon. I guess the AV is still good, because you can take out the... Yeah, and we also, actually, we know all Pokemon that are left here. Ooh, that's not good. This has gotta be Scarf Kilowattrel. Is that why it was slower? That's kind of wild to me. That's kind of wild. Flamethrower. Yeah, so that makes sense. But you... Did you know there was no... Yeah, you did know there was no armor. Okay. But now you get to bring in... And you will have the speed advantage, so that part's pretty good, isn't it? So the concern at this point is that we have... So we have... Spadef boost, which is pretty nice. I thought the... No, the Greater Star of Water, okay. But yeah, I think you just Expanding Force, right? Would be pretty good. And then Dire Claw looks nice. So... The downside here is that it looks like a very free spot for Protect. So you could double up the Goodra, which would be kind of nice. Oh, I don't know if I like that. Because I feel like you probably could have gone for Dire Claw and came up this turn without the Spadef drop. But you do also have the Unburdened speed, so this is probably still good. But if this Expanding Force doesn't KO the Swapper, then we're in a pretty tough spot. I don't know, this is a very interesting moment, because I have a feeling that the Sneasler is going to go down, because I think you get Expanding Force with this Swapper, or Protect It, one of the two. And we see another Terra. Who's the Terra on this one? Is it going to be the Goodra for water? It is. So that's an interesting choice, because that doesn't really give you anything right here. Like, you're not taking or changing your resistances in any way. A spot or protecting is probably best case scenario for Misbag, though. I think, yeah. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not looking so good. Oh, the gooey speed drop, though. The gooey speed drop. Okay, then that probably means... Ooh, that probably means an Expanding Force is a double KO from this Esponder, and that's not good at all. Because we should... Oh, actually, you know what? The Esponder was so slow before, we might still outspeed with Unburden. Sneasler. We'll see if Misbag picks up on that. Because I think there's a world where you actually just stay in. There's no real reason to swap, right? You might as well just attack. And you just go Expanding Force, and you just try to KO the Esponder. There's really another option for this NDD. There is still another Mono's back, but both the Rev Room and the Esponder probably outspeed. So I think in this instance... this is kind of a tough option, tough place to be. I would probably Dire Claw the Esponder, though. 2 turns of Psychic Terrain. Yeah, I would probably just attack, and then I think you just attack. Ooh, I don't know about that. Because the Esponder probably outspeeds your DD. Probably. Oh, that's right, we did see a very bulky Esponder. And it goes down! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, okay. Is that game? Wait, have we seen all the ones KO'd? We have. Okay, so Misbag's gonna pick up game 1. The 3-0 victory here. So if I'm playing, what changes am I making? How am I going to adjust? I would be looking to Terra this Kilowattrel, because I feel like Steel does pretty well, except for the Armourouge. I could also see... Oh, I don't know actually, because I don't know the sets, so I don't know exactly what people have running and what they could do. I mean, admittedly, Mouseape looks pretty good here, just from a perspective of, like, Ghost looks quite good. There's no resistances to Ghost here. Ah, there is Indeedee, I guess. But even still, if you Terra Ghost on the Annihilate, then things look quite good. There's also, I don't think... No, we did see Electabuzz lead, so you can't So you almost have to lead Electabuzz to counter the beat up mode, right? But I think the read is that this Kilowattrel is Scarf. Which is interesting, because it means if you try to set Tailwind, then you have to swap. So there's some interesting decisions to make here. I kind of wonder if Miss Mag has Trick Room on this in Armourouge. Would make for a very interesting second game here. Because you could counteract the Trick Room by bringing Armourouge here. Although, if you have Scarf on the DD, I don't know how much that's going to help you. We'll see. We'll see what adjustments end up being made here. But no Sneasler for this one. I actually thought Sneasler did pretty well in that last game, but it's interesting because I don't think Sneasler looks amazing in the matchup in general. So, big shout out to the Monfrey being able to put in as much work as they did. So same lead. Okay. Same lead. The Tinkaton is quite bulky. What moves do we have available here? So we have Follow Me. We know how much damage the Electabuzz will take from a ground move from River. There's the potential to KO the Kilowattrel immediately. You could also knock off the Kilowattrel and get rid of its Scarf, but that's probably not actually that worth it. We could Terra the Tinkaton to water. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I don't know, this is a kind of a tough situation to be in, because I don't know about this move, because I think this means that you've basically given them Tailwind and released the Scarf from them. And that doesn't seem like a good place to be. Because they're going to get the free, they're basically going to get the Tailwind for free and be able to use it now. Yeah, we get the confirmation of Scarf. But I think we already knew that, and we knew we weren't going to KO either. This is a tough lead, though. I don't think the Tinkaton was a great lead into this, because I don't think it helped out with what we saw in Tyler lead game 1. As far as Tyler concerns, though, like, this looks great. This looks fantastic. Interesting. So, Protect and Tinkaton Hammer. Which is resisted by both these Pokemon, so it's not really going to help with a whole lot. And High Horsepower there. Oh, and that's a KO? Oh, that's surprising me. I did not think that would go down. Uh-oh. It's a bad spot to be in. Now, we do have the option of Follow Me now. And you could... Feint doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. The Terra Bug from Armourouge is an interesting option, because you get rid of the ground weakness that this Red Room is hitting at, which sucks. This is really tough, because there's so many Pokemon that are weak to ground. So I think it's probably looking at... Okay, so the play is just going to be the Expanding Force. Terra Bug Expanding Force. Alright. I can see it. The downside here is if, like, this is also a potential option to just read this from Tyler, because Tyler could go High Horsepower Hurricane, and you either get super effective and neutral, or you get resisted and super effective. So it'd be an interesting choice to see what they go for it. No Terra on the side of Tyler, which I think makes a lot of sense. There's also the potential to go for like a Rock Slide Electro. Okay, so that makes sense. However, that is not going to be that helpful, because this Expanding Force is going to probably KO both. No, it doesn't KO Red Room. Alright. But we do know the Red Room outspeed for sure, and we've got to deal with the Expanding Force coming back. Because there's one more turn Tailwind, and we're -1 speed. So you could... I think at this point you just let the DND go down. Because if you swap into something else, you're going to take out an Expanding Force of your own. Not to mention... Ooh, I don't know about this. I mean, it's not looking good, to be fair. Can you have an Iron Defense too? Oh, this is wild. Heat Wave makes some sense, though. Heat Wave actually might have been an interesting call last turn, because you probably deal enough damage to the Kilowatt Roll, and then you likely KO the River Room. How much is this damage? Oh, that's so much damage. So this would be the play if, so that would have been the play if you think that your start wins you the end game, but I don't think it does. Looks like this one's gonna be... Looks like this is gonna go to game 3. This is pretty hype, very exciting. So I think Mistbag really has to think about how he wants to counteract this lead. I think he's been in a bad position, off lead for both games. The first one I think he clawed it back, but this one is not so hot. So I think he's got to figure out how to adjust. And adjusting to the Kilowatt lead, I think a lead of potentially Electabuzz and Volt Switch would help to put some chip down, potentially on like the Kilowatt Roll. So you could lead like Armarouge plus, you could lead like Armarouge plus Electabuzz. You could attack and Volt Switch out, and then you get Terrain up. If they go for Tailwind, then sure, you have to deal with Tailwind, but at the same time, you're in a position with your Terra Bug, Electabuzz, or your Terra Bug, Armarouge to Heat Wave, whatever switches in, as well as being able to hit the Rev Rim. Or, of course, the Expanding Force, right? And then you just get double Expanding Force on that turn. There's no way to stop Tailwind from going up, though. So that's something that to kind of keep in mind. Is that's just going to be something that Mistbag's going to have to deal with, and I think Tyler, he seems to be prioritizing it. So I think as far as Mistbag's going, I think you're going to have to try to take advantage of it. But you also have to cover for the game 3 switch up, right? Like if you don't cover for the Mouse Hold Annihilate lead with the potential to follow me Electabuzz, then things get a little tricky. Not to mention that the Electabuzz looks to be pretty good with Follow Me to kind of cover some of the weaknesses on this team. But the other side of it too is if you can KO the Kilowatt Roll, then Milotic looks insane this game. So there's maybe a case to be made for going a little bit more offensive. Ditch the Follow Me. Go for the switch-ins with Flame or Milotic, which does have a little bit of a tough time dealing with some of these other mons. Okay, so no Milotic. I think Milotic would have helped against the Rev Room. And I think if you'd... There's maybe a case to be made for Terra. Oh, you went on Terra than Milotic because it's Terra Fairy. Interesting. As far as Tyler goes, I think there's a potential of switching up into Mouse Ape here. And I'm a little concerned about what Mistbag's going to do if that happens. Oh, it goes for the same lead. Okay. So we'll see if the plan... We'll see if the plan of adjusting here to terrain is enough to stop this Kilowatt Roll lead from putting him in a bad position. Now, what is nice here is you could essentially force the Terra Steel, right? Like, you get Expanding Force and Dire Claw. Yeah, I don't think you want to CC. I think you can force the Terra Steel, because with Dire Claw you get that status potential. You could also look to KO the Rev Room, but I don't think that helps your team out in the long term. I think it's better to KO the... Is it better to KO the Kilowatt Roll? Maybe it is actually better to KO the Rev Room. Interesting. Okay, so we'll see what goes here. So the downside of this is that we're going to get Tailwind up, and we're going to high horsepower the Sneasler and Sneon. So you're basically trading... Oh, that's bad. That's probably bad. Oh yeah, that's something. Although we do have Actually, that might be fine. So you go into Tink. Yeah, go Tink. And then you play rough the switch in. Nothing wants to switch into a play rough, and we know the Kilowatt Drill has to swap. So this might actually be okay. Because Unburdening means that you're going to still outspeed the River Room. So you can close combat there, you can play rough. Oh, no. I think you gotta play rough. Is that the call? I don't think that's the call. I don't think you're going to hit. Ooh, I don't know about this. I don't know how I feel about this play. Yeah, Kilowatt Drill we know it's a swap, because we know it's Scarf. There's been a huge... Yeah, I mean, this catches the Espather, right? So you're going to get rid of the Mind Plate. And you'll care the Rev Room. Actually, maybe this does kind of work. Because the Espather won't get the speed boost. Yeah, the Espather is not going to get the speed boost here, so it's still going to be slower than Sneasler. In fact, nothing... Ooh, no, I lied. So the... Interesting position. Oh, Gudra comes out. Oh, I don't think that's a good play. I think you needed to go... I think you need to go Kilowatt Drill, because you need to force damage on the Sneasler. Yeah, this is probably bad, actually. Because you can also double up the Gudra. Yeah, there's 2 turns to go in here. Yeah, this does not seem good. So you just, Oh, KOing the River Room was so good for Tinkaton. Because now nothing deals good damage to it. Even the Terra Fire is not really the big problem, because you could also Terra Water if you need to. But we saw the Flamethrower from earlier. Oh, no, just attack. Just attack this bag. Just hit him with Play Rough. Okay, that's fine too. Oh no, I don't know about this. That's okay. That gives them a chance to outspeed though. Yeah, I don't know if I like this play either. I think Sneasler's in a sacrificial position. We'll see. You could have potentially doubled up to the Gudra, and I think been in a great spot. Yeah. I mean, I'm down for just a play rough. I guess this covers for a potential swap. Oh right. But now the Espather's going to outspeed anyway, right? I don't know about this. What is the play now? I mean, to me, the play is to play rough. Actually, what do you have in the back? We've got Electabuzz in the back. Ooh, that's kind of tough. So you could KO the Espather and then switch to Electabuzz. I guess that gives you speed control later. But you still have the Kilowatt Drill to deal with. But if you can KO here, and the Kilowatt Drill has to come out, you don't have to deal with Tailwind anymore. Since it's locked into Scarf. There's maybe a case you use the swapping. Yeah, the Expanding Force I think was the best play. I think the best play here is Flamethrower as well. Yep, that's what I meant to. But now I think you KO Espather. And you can follow me. Nothing KOs the Kilowatt Drill on one hit though. So you're probably looking at. Actually, maybe you try to KO the Gudra. Is that a play? So you play rough with the Gudra, and follow me the Electabuzz. And then you try to KO the... Yeah, exactly. You try to KO the Gudra. You follow me here. Yeah, I think this is the play. As far as Tyler goes, though, I think the play is to... Oh, you have to Hurricane? You have to, like, Hurricane Flamethrower, right? Terra Water is a great play, because Play Rough was the best option for mismatching. So you're going to take almost no damage. There's no way this Play Rough KOs anymore. Electabuzz. That's a cool choice, actually. But the thing is that this never KOs Electabuzz, so there's not enough offensive pressure on Electabuzz here. I don't think that does anything either. Yeah, see, this gives you multiple attacks, though. So I don't think this is a great play. The speed doesn't matter. At this point, the speed does not matter in the slightest. Because now you just follow me, and you Play Rough every turn. Play Rough is still going to do the most damage. So Electro is what you lock into there. Interesting. I mean, it's not a great position to be in, but you can also, you basically have to follow me, right? You could protect, but if they flamethrower and you lose Tink, then you're still in a tough spot. Unless you, whoa, why are we going for Terra Water? That's a wild play. Okay, yeah, no. my man, he showed Electro Web. You want to take the super effective damage? That's not it. Yeah, there was, so the other play here was to protect the Electabuzz, let Tink go down, so you have more HP on Electabuzz to move. Yeah, okay, that flamethrower was probably, oh my god, it was on 9. And it doesn't kill the Goodra. Oh my god, this game is insane. This game is so insane. What is this? Oh, that might KO. Does Fake KO? Yo, what? Oh my god, Electabuzz pulling things out. That's insane. Because I think Tink actually lives this Electro, just based on damage we've seen from previous turns. And there's a chance it misses. Oh, what? Alright, you've guaranteed the Sneasler endgame now. Because they've already used Terra, so now it's just, yeah, that's probably game. Wow, this has been a crazy game. An absolute insane game. Yeah, you just faint. Get your damage. Just a little bit that you can. You can protect if you want to, but like, I don't think there's a reason to. I would just faint. Dang, what a wild game. Oh, now that is not good, actually. Oh, that is not good. So, okay. Well, no, I think it's still fine. It depends on what moves this Kilowattrel has. If it has Hurricane, oh my god, this game is still not over. I thought he had it. Because I think he's gonna Electro here. See, like, it just gets around the redirection. So you just attack. Like, just knock off is fine. Yeah, just go for your 100% accurate move. But then you gotta feint, right? Just get your damage. If an Electro Web misses, I don't think 2 feints KOs. Okay, Electro KOs both. Does he have Hurricane? You obviously protect to Scout 1. That's the most obvious play. You just have to see if he has it. There's nothing you can do about it, but like, you see if he has Hurricane, or Air Slash, right? I guess Air Slash could happen. But you see if he has the move, and then you also stall a turn of Tailwind. And, oh my god, this game is so crazy. Air Slash, he does have Air Slash. Can you live in Air Slash? I don't even know. I'm so tense right now. Do you double? You had a double protect, right? Double protect is the best play. There's no reason not to double protect. Oh my god, what's happening? Just double protect. The stream is lagging. I don't know what's happening anymore. Just double protect. If Mistback double protects, there's a chance he wins. Because the thing is, like, okay, here's the situation. If he gets the protect, then he takes no damage. He goes to the next turn. Kilowattrel's now slower. If he, oh, I don't know about that. So like, because the chances that Air Slash can KO, can it? Or it flinches, which also sucks. But the Tailwind's gone. So as long as you could live a hit, then you're good. So now you just Dire Claw. Yep, use Dire Claw, and that's the game. Stellar, sure, why not? Do whatever you want. We've already seen the Terra, so we can't see a Terra Stellar here. So it looks like Mistbag is going to pick up the victory, win this WDC Finals 2-1. Oh, this is so hype. Sneasler, bring it home. And just so you know, Mistbag has been a huge fan of Sneasler for quite a while. I've seen this man craft Sneasler with this terrain combo a couple of times this weekend. Big fan of it, apparently. And for good reason. Got him a championship in WWE. Huge shout out to Mistbag for inviting me to watch this. This was a hype game. I thought for sure he won it, then I thought he lost it, then I thought he won it again. And then I don't even know. And now we did. So what a crazy game. So congratulations over to Miss Mag. Very exciting. And yeah, wow, what a wild game. What an absolutely wild game. Miss Mag, that game was crazy. That endgame was wild. I'm not gonna lie, I thought you did too, a couple of times, and then honestly, it was the AV and Eviolite. It was AV and Eviolite. You know, you just like lived everything on Electabuzz for so long. What a crazy game.
That Kilo had to be modest. That Kilo had to be modest because how is the Sneasler outspeed? You lost your Unburdening boost. You lost your Unburdening boost. It had to be modest if you were timid or jolly. Yeah. Oh, I didn't come. I just watched. I didn't come. Yeah. Hey. So I could have just hopped in and joined in the conversation because Sneasler's my boy too, but I didn't think about that. So, and Pat was already on it, so I just let him take it.
Oh, you know, it's funny. My mic was actually muted this whole time because I was letting Pat sit. But yeah, no, thanks a lot for you guys for being on comms, and good games over to Tyler, man. That was absolutely probably my favorite game all season. That I did not know.
Draft League win, Miss Mag? Is that your first one?
This is my first WDC BGC win. Yes, it's not my first league win, but it's my first cart league. I've won a few showdown games this gen, but it's my first cart win. But yeah, good games over to Tyler, man. Yeah, I'm gonna just end the recording because I gotta catch my breath later, y'all.